Hello, and welcome to Awfully Bollocks, a wrestling podcast that can't see you if you don't move. I'm MJ, and my co-host is Sarah. Hello!
Hiya!
Hello! It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
2 hours of Lio Rush impressions.
I do like that everyone started doing, like, inserting him going, the rain,
Oh my God.
into, like, random songs. I've done it on Missy Elliott.
Yeah. I liked, I can't remember which one was the first one I saw, because I don't think it was the original, and I just wasn't expecting it. And then I just went and watched all the ones that everyone had made.
Yeah, someone's done Adele.
Yeah. Yes! The Adele one was... The Adele one really worked.
It did. It was seamless the way it slotted in. So good.
Do we even know?
Yes.
Do we even know why he was talking about the rain? We don't, do we? Could be
Not
anything.
a clue. He just had a nice brolly, and he was keeping out of it with his nice rainbow brolly.
I am intrigued. I really hope that it goes somewhere. I really want there to be like an actual plot line, and it's not just nonsense.
But the thing is, I'm thinking like. Because they had the bit with like Toa with his hand that got bit. I'm like, they've got to be doing something with it. They've got to be, surely.
It got to be.
I tell you what, if it ends in some kind of battle for Toa's soul between like Ricochet and Lio. Ricochet versus Lio in itself is an absolute banger. Yeah. So. That would be fun.
I just need them to keep putting guys who can do like the big cartoon facial expressions against Lio. That's what I need.
Yeah.
And there's quite a few of them.
And we got quite a bit of that this week.
Yes.
So
we did. I should have just put Lio up front in the schedule. We just talk about Lio for a bit. But I think I saved him for a bit later. So what's happened this week? We spent 4 hours talking to Andy Quilden of Revolution Pro Wrestling about booking the women's division, and we got some scoops about the upcoming Women's Grand Prix show, for which tickets went on sale an hour ago, and we have them, so that's good news.
Hey! Having a day out.
Yeah. That's going to be
office excursion.
I'm excited. So it's 2 shows, 1 day, 8 women from 8 or possibly 7 countries, according to Andy, because I guess he might be getting... It seemed like the way he said it seemed like he was talking about how he might get 2 from a partner promotion. Was that how you read that? Like, rather than...
I did, yeah.
So maybe it could be 2 Japanese women, or it could be 2... I don't know.
2 from CMLL, possibly.
It could be anything. I'm excited. And there's going to be an alternates match, he said, as well, in case like there's any injuries or anything. So that means you get at least 10 women on the card.
Hooray!
Whoever wins will get a title shot, possibly at Wembley, although he was like, we think it's going to be at Wembley, but it might depend on scheduling. So I guess that means... if whoever it is available. I'm like, is it going to be a big name? I wanted to push him. I wanted to be like, could Austria be one of the countries, maybe? But
I was just thinking that, like, is it Austria, maybe?
Could it be Austria? But we'll find out.
That'd be very exciting if it is.
Excited. Yeah, because he said that this was part of setting up relationships with other promotions, and that the stories will spider out. And I was like, is that a hint? It's not going to be. I need to not get my hopes up, because Tekla's currently women's world champion in AEW, and therefore her availability is likely to be extremely limited. But exciting times.
I'm just excited. I'm just excited to go.
I'm like,
I just want a whole day of women's wrestling. It'd be great.
Bring me new women that I don't know. Like, great.
Yeah.
Happy days.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. What else has happened this week? We didn't talk about Progress getting sold to Big Damo and Nikki Cross, which is wild. Like, I don't think anybody knew that this was coming. Everyone's just like, oh, we didn't know Progress was selling. It's just suddenly been sold to 2 wrestlers. Okay.
Yeah. Although, I mean, some people are a little bit wary, because they sort of think that might end up with it sort of leaning more towards partnering with WWE again. And
but I mean, they already were, so I don't know if it can go anymore.
Yeah, and they got let go. So Damo and Nikki both got released from WWE. So not necessarily. I think it was because in the blurb that announced it, it basically went through all of the championships and things that Nikki and Damo had won at WWE. But they have pretty much like Nikki's been there for years. So it's like she hasn't won any titles anywhere else because she's not been allowed to wrestle anywhere else for years and years.
But also that's like the most high profile credits you're going to have.
I don't think... Yeah. I don't think anyone needs to sort of panic on that just yet.
Let's wait and see. I have stopped watching Progress in the last year, maybe. So I'm interested to see if this changes it in a way that I like. Like maybe I'll be into it again.
Yeah.
I think they have talked about wanting to run more venues in different cities, which is interesting because when I first went to Progress, they were running Sheffield, they were running Manchester, they were running Birmingham. And then over the last couple of years, it's been every month in London and then like maybe twice a year in Manchester. So if they start doing other places, that could be interesting. I don't know. I mean, we have no idea yet, but that felt like a big deal.
I am keeping an open mind. So. Yeah.
New ownership.
I am keeping my mind open on that one because it hopefully it will work out well for them.
Yeah.
And you know, because obviously like the more companies that are thriving, the better. Really, more places for wrestlers to work. So yeah, fingers crossed it all goes well.
Yeah. What else has happened this week? We saw that the Butcher and the Blade have had their contracts expire and not been renewed at AEW, which is really sad. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought like Blade had done an interview saying that he got his his spinal surgery covered and everything like by AEW, and then I'm like, well, surely like there's a spot for him in Ring of Honor, like because they do need more tag teams in Ring of Honor, and they're really good, and it kind of is a little bit baffling to me that they've just let it expire, and that is sort of an ongoing issue with AEW is like just letting people's contracts expire in some cases without even getting in touch.
Yeah, I hate that.
That I don't love that. Like that's not very professional at all, really.
No.
You know, so it's like I'm just thinking like, you know, there was a spot for him in Ring of Honor at the very least as a tag team there, and I don't really understand why they've let them expire. And it's like, oh well, you know, there's not the space on AEW anymore, and it's like, well, there's plenty of room on Ring of Honor.
Yeah,
they could have done that easily. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. I a lot of the time when they let people go, it just feels like a wasted opportunity. With AEW quite often, like it's like, well, and they were like, oh well, they weren't doing anything with them anyway, and it was like, yeah, but isn't that very much the point, that they weren't doing anything with them? Like when they were fit to wrestle, like they could have done something with them. I thought they'd at least get a chance to sort of come back before.
It's weird though because it doesn't actually necessarily mean we'll never see them again. I'm thinking about how the Kingdom had their contracts expire and they've popped back up. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing to say we won't see him back if it wasn't on bad terms, which I don't, as far as anyone knows, it wasn't. You know, there is a chance they could come back, and it might just be a case of them getting booked as and when.
Yeah, you never know.
Required kind of thing.
You never know.
You know, they might just be freelancers from now on, but. It's like, oh, well, they didn't do much anyway. And it's like, yeah, but in some cases when people have been let go, it was because they never even got a chance to, like, you know, they just stopped being used and then they disappeared. Like, it's like with Abaddon as well. Like, it was just a waste. It was a waste. There was so much you could have done with them.
Yeah.
And you didn't.
Yeah, so, that does suck. I guess I just need to not immediately assume that contract expires means never see them again. It might mean that, but it might not mean that.
No.
But yeah,
no,
that
I
sucks
think
anyway.
There's a good in wrestling. Well, they do say in wrestling, never say never, but also it's like if they've not gone on bad terms, then there is a very good chance that you'll see him again. So we'll see how things pan out. But it is disappointing to me.
Yeah,
because I thought they were really good. I really enjoyed them. I think Andy's great. I think Blade's massively underrated as well. So it's just a shame. It's really
just a shame. And then the other thing I saw this morning is that MJF has pulled out of a Beyond show due to injury.
Yeah, apparently hurt his knee in the match on Wednesday night.
Dear.
He was limping. He was limping quite because I thought, oh dear, at the time, because he was sort of clutching his leg the same way he was when he had that match with, I think, the match against Jay White.
Right.
And then he lost the title the month after to Joe. But it seemed like, I don't know if it was the same leg, but he was sort of, clutching his leg and limping the same way. So I'm hoping it's nothing serious, but...
Fingers crossed.
But knowing him, he'll probably work through it and potentially make it worse like he did last time. So, hopefully he won't do that.
I mean, I guess at least silly. Pulling out of this one is a sign that he's taking it seriously. But yeah, it's
Yeah.
And then there's also been lots of drama about Beyond on Twitter, which all ties back to that member of staff that made a transphobic comment about a member of the audience 2 years ago. It was a long time ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago now. Yeah. I mean, the thing is with that was they dealt with it by getting rid of the person who was being transphobic, but then hired him back 2 weeks later. It's well, why did you do that?
Well, I had a question mark over because I was reading back through some of it, and so Bear Bronson and Gabby Forza seem to have been taking a lot of heat for working Beyond because of this, and because of both of them posting about Pride and being queer and stuff, and people saying you can't just be part of the community when you feel like it.
Yeah.
But in their responses, they were saying that person doesn't work here anymore, and we have been working internally to try and make things better, and So I don't know. I don't know what the truth is, and I don't know what. There's a lot of situations of circumstances that we just don't know.
Yeah. It might be one of those situations where it's, maybe they have gotten rid of that person now, and and props to them if they are trying to change the culture within the company. Because you can't do shit from the outside.
Yeah.
As we know in many situations, you can't do shit to change anything from the outside. So if that is the case, then that's got to be a good thing. But yeah, it's Beyond sort of made themselves kind of a bit persona non grata with a lot of people, understandably so, because it was they fired the guy who said the horrible thing and then just hired them back again. Oh, well, it was only a suspension for a couple of weeks. It's well, no, because you said you fired him. And then he was back there working. So, yeah, it's one of them. It's because we don't necessarily know all the circumstances around it. So
yeah, exactly. I couldn't tell you for sure whether that guy works there now or not. I do think there was some... I mean, it's just the internet, isn't it? And I'm going to sound like a hypocrite given how we got our Andy Quildan interview, which was me ranting on Twitter. But it did feel like maybe a lot of the anger was being misdirected.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, because it's beyond management that wrestlers are going to pick up bookings where they're booked a lot of the time. It's especially if you're not signed to a big company, you've got to get the work where you can get the work. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's by all means you can take a stand against a company for behaving, reprehensibly or whatever. But at the same time, I understand that if you're a sort of jobbing wrestler, like, and you're just picking up bookings here, there, and when you can.
Yeah.
I can understand people not ruling out a company altogether.
But especially if they think they can make a difference while they're there, especially if they, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And if that guy is gone,
good.
then good, yeah, obviously. And you know, maybe they are trying to, like, take some steps to put it right. But because we don't know all the information, we don't know, like, whether they have actually got rid of the guy or not. It's kind of hard to say. I would hope that those two, I mean, because they seem pretty sound. Like, I would hope that, you know, that they're being on the up and up about it. Like, that the guy has gone and they're trying to help fix things, kind of thing, which can only be a good thing, really, surely. But again, as I say, you can't fix anything from the outside, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, you know, if they're telling the truth, then you know, someone does need to be in there and trying to fix the culture.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I think social media doesn't help matters a lot of the time because it is just short and everybody sort of piles into a situation and you're like, okay, but we're never going to get any kind of truth here because now everybody's defensive, everybody's feelings are hurt, and like, I don't know what the answer is.
There is no room for nuance on social media whatsoever.
I think as well, like, there is a tendency to want everything to be black and white, and like, it never is.
No, absolutely not. Like, there's just, you can't have a proper conversation about anything on social media, and people need to stop pretending that you can, because you just can't. It's literally, like, impossible, and you can't. It's very difficult to make yourself clear in a sort of tweet of 180 characters, whatever. Like, you know, it's difficult. It is difficult to try and get to the bottom of anything just by social media posts. Yeah, really.
And half the people on social media aren't even real, so.
No, true. Some of them are AI generated, and you would never know.
You'd never know. Some of them are just bots. Right, let's talk about AEW.
Indeed.
Been good this week.
It's been a fun week. Sorry, I just took a mouthful of coffee.
Nope, I will not be speaking, actually. All right, cool. We just ring a bell for a bit. I actually, after last week, went and bought a bell. So Mercedes is back.
Hooray!
Yeah,
yes.
I think hooray. I don't know. Let's figure it out. So, because Willow Nightingale had to withdraw from the Owen Hart tournament due to shoulder injury, there was a wildcard spot, and the wildcard was Mercedes Moné. I'm surprised I didn't get spoiled for this, because I wasn't super spoiler-phobic in the morning.
Apparently, the Fightful Select, spoiled it well in advance.
Oh no! Oh, that's terrible. Yeah. That's awful, fuckers.
We don't want to know that. Don't want to know.
That's not cool.
It's like,
no.
Yeah, it's like when Hangman comes back. I would rather it be a surprise. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So I kind of had, I didn't know who was going to come out for the wildcard spot. It was Mercedes. I was surprised and also not surprised, because part of me was like, oh, I didn't think this would be how you brought her back. But partly I'm like, no. Well, yeah, go on, give her the all-in match. I think there's a lot to kind of dig into in terms of is this a fair conclusion to the story she was telling? But part of me is just so fucking happy to see her back that I don't even care.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't care. She's back. Yay.
I'm delighted she's back, but yeah, it's I think maybe they wanted to tell a longer story with this, and maybe because of Willow's injury, they have had to curtail it somewhat.
Really weird. I guess it doesn't matter. Trying to figure out what the plan might have been,
or the plan was for Willow to go all the way.
Well, that's what I mean. If that was the case, that's awful. But then, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. I guess this is where we need to go full Mark and just be like, what do you mean plan? There is no plan. It's not predetermined. What do you mean?
Yeah.
If she wins, she wins because she's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. Or she's going to go out in a shocker.
I did wonder, because they put her back straight into a match with Alex Windsor, and we know Alex Windsor can beat her because she beat her in December for the RevPro title. I was like, well, if you're going to put her back in anywhere where she could conceivably lose, like, that's where to put her.
Yeah. Because the thing is, that's the one belt she hasn't lost.
But it's not a real belt.
It's technically it's not, but she picked it up off the stand and took it with her anyway. But technically, you don't lose it until you either aren't in the tournament or lose a match in the tournament. So technically, she is currently still the Owen holder. So
I don't know. I didn't notice that she had new music because I was too busy just freaking out and screeching. I loved her gear. She looked fucking amazing.
So cool. She's gotten fucking jacked as well. Like, she's been in the gym. Like, she looked proper, like, ripped.
Oh, she's just the coolest. I'm really happy to see her back.
I don't know how she copes with all them danglies.
No, I know. Chains. It's weird, isn't it? I was thinking that. She has a lot more things on her gear, and you'd think you want to be fairly, like, streamlined, so there's nothing for people to grab onto, but she's yeah.
Yeah, she's like gone full on like Versace boots with the chains all over everything. Because it was like, I thought those would be pretty annoying, because I remember like Kenny wore some like on the back of his boots at one point, or well, it's not boots, it's like the back of his shin guards. And at one point he got annoyed with them because they kept like kind of coming under, and he kind of ripped them off. So it's like, is that not terribly annoying having to wear all those chains? That gives you a
lot of potential to like have a big meltdown though and just start ripping them off and throwing them.
Yeah, I would like that.
They don't want to let us see anyone crash out properly, do they? They're just like, no, the crash out will happen off screen, and we're like, God fucking damn it.
Why can't we have crash outs on the telly? It's very mean.
I'm interested to see how she talks and what the deal is going to be with her. So yes, Mercedes, bring us more Mercedes. I also definitely have. I think RevPro has broken me slightly in that, like, she did, I think, 6 shows in the UK over the space of the like year that she was the title holder, and in my head I'm like, she's a RevPro girl now. That's my girl. That's my home. That's my my home promotion girl. Like, no, it's not. That's one of the most famous women in the world.
Oh, no, dear. You can claim it. You can claim her for RevPro. She's been there for like 6 shows. It's enough. She
was title holder for a year. Yeah. So that's really fun. And then also on Collision, there was a set-up warm-up match for the next Women's Owen Hart tournament match, which will be Hazuki versus Persephone. But she fought Maya World with Persephone on commentary on Collision. And I need to go back and actually watch the match, because I think I spent the whole time just being delighted by Persephone.
She was so good. She was so good on commentary. Yeah. I loved that. I loved that. Like, when we just get... Because that Collision that was on last Saturday, that was such a fun episode.
That was a really good one.
I had so much fun. And the sort of rotating wrestlers on commentary was brilliant. Loved that. But yeah, when Persephone was on commentary, she was so entertaining. She was so like... I am really intrigued by this eye injury that she's got, though.
Yes.
Because there are some things occurring. When we had this, there was a bit with the Triangle of Madness, and it was last week, this was, and I can't remember if we talked about it, but like Tekla and Sky Blue like faked having an argument.
Oh yeah.
And they were like sort of going, oh well, if I'm in the main event at All In, I'll do what I need to do, said Sky Blue. And they were kind of squaring up to each other and stuff. And then they started laughing and going, oh, you silly bitches. Like, yeah, you thought we really hated each other. But when they were doing that, Sky Blue kind of had her arm around Tekla, but then her eyes were going to the belt, and then she kind of like winked at the camera. Ooh. And then there was another social media bit with Persephone after Collision, I believe it was, where she was like talking up the match and stuff, and then at the end of it, she kind of winked.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm thinking, is something happening there? Is that a thing? Or are they just winking?
Everyone just got some glitter in their eyes.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh, just got a bug in my eye. But yeah, no, that was intriguing to me because, of course, Persephone got misted.
Yeah.
And she also said blue mist.
She did.
On commentary.
Yeah.
She didn't say black mist. She said blue mist.
Oh, ooh.
So I'm like...
That's really interesting.
I'm doing the Leo pointing at the telly, but you can't see it.
Well, but she didn't have the usual Black Mist style makeup on either.
No, it looked like she had a legit like black eye.
Well, part of me was like, did whoever did the makeup get the wrong end of the stick? She's like, she's got to have a black eye. Oh yeah, okay. But yeah, intriguing. It's essentially the only storylines I care about. Like, people getting infected with demons. That's it.
Just make everyone get infected with demons. It'd be great.
Leading up to the best Halloween episode of all time.
Yeah, love that. They should absolutely do like a spooky episode one time where everything's like not kayfabe, like not part of the regular stories.
I swear one of those like Saturday morning American import shows did that. Like, I'm sure, was it like Boy Meets World had a Halloween episode where they all got killed or something? I'm sure there was
something like that. Yeah,
that's what I want.
I think because Community did it as well. They did an episode.
I never watched it.
Or was it like there was maybe it was like it turns out at the end there was like a gas leak or something.
Right.
I think.
Right.
But all this like people keep getting bitten and stuff at the Halloween party in the college, and it all goes a bit spooky. But then at the end it's like, oh yeah, no, there was a gas leak and some noxious gas was coming in. And that's why everything went insane. And then they just went back to normal the next week.
Is that why everyone says it was a gas leak year?
Yeah, no, that was because there was one series where Dan Harmon didn't run it and two other people did.
Oh,
and a bunch of stuff happened that was like really out of character. And then when they went back to like do the next series, they were like, "Oh yeah, it was the gas leak year. Everything that happened in that series didn't happen."
I did not know where that reference came from. Good times. I feel like
now you know.
I've just come from a cave under the ground and I don't know anything. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
But yeah, do a Halloween bubble episode. That'd be amazing.
Please, yes, please. So yeah, I need to watch that because I think Maya World is excellent, and I'm sure Hazuki's also. I was so taken with Persephone being like, I'm a god, I know everything. I was like, I love you.
She's great. She's gonna be. I think she's gonna go very, very far, Persephone, because she's really good in the ring, and she's obviously got the chatting chops as well. Yeah. So yeah,
she's fucking good, and she looks great, and it's a whole package.
Awesome.
So Sky Blue will have her match at some point. I think we don't know when that's going to be. Is it? I thought we were getting the Persephone one on Collision, and then Sky Blue.
Oh no. Yes, we are. Persephone's on Collision, and then I maybe next week. Next week on Dynamite for Sky, possibly.
Hope so. So I guess we've sort of already veered into her territory. So we should say that our Toxic Spider was back, did a live promo on Dynamite this week. She has declared death to Stardom and said, if anyone from Stardom comes here, then I'm going to shut the whole thing down. She climbed up a ladder to spit on the Stardom logo in the Forbidden Door graphic. I could see them bringing up the ladder, and I was like, "What are they doing?" I did not imagine that that's what they were doing.
And then she spat on it and then flipped it off. Brilliant.
But that promo was so good. I was just obsessed with everything she was saying, and yeah, she's fucking awesome.
She's literally a fucking rock star. She's so good.
We are back to our demand for all goths wrestling.
Yeah, basically.
Goths wrestling, please.
Just make everyone goths. Damn it.
Yeah, so the Triangle of Madness still get to be everywhere, because she announced that I think Julia's going to be in the TBS title. I've written scramble. Is it a scramble? I don't remember. I think there's going to be some kind of match for it.
It's a survival of the fittest, isn't it?
Right, there you go.
So
is that a scramble, technically?
It's winner stays on, innit?
Okay. So, okay.
Yeah, so it's like they'll... I'm pretty sure, anyway, it's winner stays on. It's like a big gauntlet.
Okay, so potentially we could have Julia Hart in the Ascendant and Skies in the Owen, and obviously Tekla is the world champion. So, yeah, good times.
Forever, hopefully.
Forever. Good times for the Triangle of Madness. I mean, she has got Athena coming up behind her, so But this is the best possible situation to be in, of going, I love all of these women. I want them all to be the champions, and I want them all to be on TV all the time. Thank you. Everybody
in the tournament is brilliant. So I'm like, either way we win.
Either way, whatever happens, we win.
I think, I'm just trying not to think about it too much, because it's like with Mercedes replacing Willow, it's like, well, was Willow gonna go all the way to the end? Who knows at this point? We don't know. It's very unfortunate, though, if that is the case and she's had to go out.
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
She could have been our first Grand Slam. No. Triple Crown. One of them.
Yeah. It's a shame. It is a shame.
It is a shame. Well.
But I am also delighted that Mercedes is back, so.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, whatever other questions there might be, it's just like, I don't care, Mercedes is here now. Everything is good.
Yeah. If it does end up like being Mercedes versus Tekla, then that match will be fucking great. Yeah. That'll be really good. I'm excited for that if it happens.
Yeah. And this is all in, isn't it? It's because it's the finals at Forbidden. Okay. So Tekla will not have dropped the belt in time to come over to RevPro. No. Never mind. So this, I think as well, the other thing is having Mercedes be the RevPro champion for a year is like, well, anything's possible now.
It is. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I don't even think necessarily that rules it out. If she is still the champ, we shall see.
Anything could happen. So last week we were very happy to get proof of life from Chuck Taylor showing up in a little social media clip. I can't even say words today. Too excited. And then, so this week on Collision, we got our match, which was the conglomeration Orange Cassidy, Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong versus the Don Callis family, represented by Lance Archer, Rocky Romero and Trent Barretta. So we finally got a bit of Orange Cassidy and Trent action. Commentary talked about Chuck a lot, which was nice.
It was lovely.
We remember he exists. I know.
They keep invoking Chuck Taylor. Like I'm not going to get my hopes up, but
no,
they do keep invoking him rather a lot.
I was just screeching throughout this match. They kept teasing us as well of being like, no, you're not going to get those two. Oh, yes, you are. I loved Orange Cassidy mocking Rocky's knee slide thing that he does. His little dance. That was delightful.
It was just the little grin that Orange had on his face.
It really was.
When he did it. He's so cheeky.
It's so weird what a different character he is now than he used to be. You'd never see him smile in the olden days.
Apart from when he was at Revolution back in 2020, when he was rolling across the ring.
But you weren't supposed to see that. That was an illicit smile.
Amusing himself by rolling around in the ring.
Yeah. we got a recreation of Trent's betrayal, where he stood in the corner, put his arms up like he was going to do a hug, and then did the flying knee strike on Orange Cassidy. Just in case we weren't feeling sad enough about the breakup of best friends. They thought we'd just relive it. We just relive the worst moment. No, second worst moment of the whole thing. The worst moment, obviously, is Orange Cassidy saying, "My best friend Chuck Taylor will never wrestle again." That's definitely the worst moment of wrestling ever.
I thought you were going to say, "My life."
I wonder what the worst moment of my life was.
Chuck Taylor getting ruled out of wrestling.
I mean, yeah. I mean, someone driving into the side of me and my life flashing before my eyes was pretty bad. But Chuck Taylor never wrestling again, not good.
Close.
Yeah. I loved how Roddy seemed to have really taken it personally. That he was just like, "No, Trent Beretta, I will fuck you up. You're a bad guy."
Yeah, he's like the protector of Orange now. I kind of love it. It's
the
so
protector,
cute.
but will also still smash you into people and use you as a weapon.
Well,
but affectionately.
Affectionately throwing him at people. That, it's fine. That's
what he likes. It's fine.
He likes it.
Yeah. But yeah, Orange Cassidy eventually got the pin on Rocky Romero, because that's what Rocky Romero's for.
Yeah. Aw, Rocky. But he's mean boy now, so he deserves it. Mean boy.
Yeah. I still love him. I wish we could have got a post-match Roppongi Vice promo.
Yeah.
I would like that.
They're always really funny when those two do like
They
promos
are.
and stuff. Like normally Trent's a bit unhinged and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's what I want. I want to hear from Trent. I want to hear if he's doing his like, "I'm a good boy" thing, or I want to hear what's going on with him. I think we should just let him talk.
He keeps coming out in his Miami Vice gear now, doesn't he? I'm like, oh, you've gone full mean boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I'm going to come back to him later in the episode. But yeah, I think it didn't feel like a definitive end. Whether AEW thinks it's a definitive end, I don't know. But I will continue to hold out hope for more.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. I mean, because I feel like, because Orange didn't get the pin on Trent, like there's still dangling threads there, I think, that we need to come back to.
Yeah, that's very, very true. If he had have got the pin on Trent, yeah, that would have been the end.
And it doesn't seem like this gang warfare situation is going to resolve itself anytime soon, because, like, even Mox is talking about it in his promos now, like, all these factions kind of, like, converging on each other. So, I don't think we're done with it just yet.
No. More, please.
Yes.
This is where I've put the Lio Rush section for some reason.
Hooray!
It's fine.
It's fine.
Well, because it fits in with the conglomeration stuff. So we already talked about Lio and his pride umbrella. But he on Collision, the conglomeration were trying to do a little backstage promo, and Roddy was like, "But I'm just really distracted by that," and it's Lio with this umbrella, and Orange Cassidy said, "Don't move, he can't see you if you don't move," and so they all froze, and Lio walked across the screen, and then he's like, "Oh, I didn't think that would work."
He was like, "I was just making it up."
Very, very funny. I don't know why he thinks Lio is a dinosaur, but sure. Good stuff.
I do like the idea that Orange's only frame of reference is Jurassic Park. He doesn't know anything else.
He knows Jurassic Park and Fast and Furious, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah. So then on Dynamite, we had a whole thing with Mark Briscoe running out to intervene in MJF doing naughtiness. And the rest of the conglomeration also came out, including Tomohiro Ishii, who we haven't seen for a bit. So
hot Ishii summer! Way!
And then Lio Rush's music hit as they were all on the ramp, and they all froze in position, apart from Orange Cassidy, who quickly took his sunglasses off and then froze in position.
And screwed his eyes shut really tight, because you can't see him if he's closed his eyes.
He is the funniest man in the world. I love him so much. And then they just went full just stupid cartoon action where Lio walked past them and they were all playing musical statues, and then once he got past them they tried to like scuttle away, and then they all had to freeze again when he turned around. So stupid. So brilliant.
It's so stupid. I love it.
I love stupidity.
It was Kyle's little face when he was running away, like proper cartoon face.
Kyle is a proper cartoon face man. Yeah.
He is. He's like, he lends himself well to Bob Dahlstrom draws like things in the style like the Archie comics, and Kyle looks like that in real life.
Yes, he does. He really does. So all of this was in service of Mark Briscoe having an actual match against Lio Rush, and he also does big comedy faces.
He does, and he kept whispering. Lio kept whispering in his ear, and freaking him out, and we don't know what he said.
Don't know what he said.
He might have just burped. We don't know.
It could be. I wonder what he said. I wonder if Mark's going to tell us what he said.
Maybe. I'd love it if it was something really mundane, like "I like your pants" or something. Because Chicken was wearing some great pants this episode. I'm a big fan of camo, and he was wearing red camo like pants with like loads of like almost tassels on them, and they look very cool. And very cool pants, Mark.
Very pro tassels. But as our new bestie Andy Quilden pointed out, Lio Rush keeps losing, which is a shame to get possessed by a demon and then lose, really.
I did say this, like, can we start putting Lio in positions in matches where he's actually going to win on TV and not just on Ring of Honor?
So.
Please.
I think we should have him win a lot.
I would like it if he just got a surprise one, even when you weren't expecting it. That would be great. But it's like if we're gonna do it, we're doing the Lio thing. If we're committing to the Lio thing, you've got to let him win a bit.
Yeah.
He can't just be jobber to the stars while being a little demon gremlin guy.
It's just he moves so fucking weirdly, and it's brilliant.
So
I catch myself being like, "How is he doing that?" And then I'm like, how is anybody in this ring doing anything? Like, professional wrestlers can do shit with their bodies that they should not be able to do.
Yeah, I absolutely love Lio. He's great. And I just hope they capitalise on it, because he's really over. Like, people love it. Like, when he appeared from under that umbrella, everyone went mental. So, like, you've got something there. Don't just make him a jobber to the stars. Like...
Make him world champion.
That's the agenda. That's the agenda now. Make Lio world champion.
Oh, Lio. Mark Briscoe won, and then Mark Briscoe used way too much time to call for a title shot.
It's quite a long promo, this, wasn't it? I mean, it was fine. It was okay. It was good, but it was very long. It was very long.
Yeah, it also... I mean, this is probably a personal thing, but I think I didn't love that he made it so explicitly Christian. Like,
yeah.
I know we did the devil versus the god of pro wrestling, but that felt a bit different than the god of Christian religion. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. It was a bit. Know. But at the same time, that is just how Briscoe is, kind of thing. So it's like, well, okay. I don't like feeling like I'm being preached to. And it did kind of veer a little bit into that, but at the same time, that is just how he is. So it's like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, I kind of almost give it a pass, kind of. But it's definitely a personal thing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's one of those things though where you're like, but if you say that, can you lose? And if you lose, what would that mean?
Yeah, that is the other thing, isn't it? Like, because if you invoke that and then lose, like, it's not the same as the god of pro wrestling versus the devil. Like,
no.
Like, you are literally saying you are a child of God. So what does it mean if you lose afterwards? Like, I mean, maybe that somehow gets worked into the story, but like...
I mean, God did also love to punish some of his most faithful, so maybe that's... Yeah. Maybe they're going to be using Jobber in a whole different way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's ways around it. You could just go, well, maybe not today. You kind of thing. I did enjoy Moist Ass Bitch, though. That did make me laugh.
All wrestlers are moist, though.
Yeah.
Max
Their
is not even
the
wettest. Max is like medium dry, I'd say.
Medium dry, yeah.
Fucking hell.
The thingy, David Finlay, why is he so wet? He's too wet. I know we have the scale of wetness of wrestlers. David Finlay is far too wet.
Relative wetness of men. We need a chart. Yeah. Is it correlated with how evil you are? Can somebody do like a 4-quadrant chart of like wet to dry, babyface to heel?
Yeah, we need moisture alignment chart is what we need.
Someone get on that, not me. I want to come back to David Finlay because I love David Finlay now, but I'm saving that for later. But since we're talking about Max, MJF fought Rush, first match on the show. I enjoyed his little dress-up outfit where he said, like, if you're the bull, I'm the matador. And then he had a little shiny outfit, and I thought that was quite fun.
That was very fun. He did. It was a bit of a nod to Tito Santana, who wrestled WWE as the matador at one point.
It's always something with you.
There's always a reference, yeah.
But I have forgotten pretty much everything else about this match, and I don't want to see Rush anymore, and I would like it if MJF would stop trying to put over the worst men on the roster now. Thank you.
I think kind of but it's a case of like, I guess you've got to wrestle who the boss puts in front of you, haven't you?
Yeah,
but I mean, this is the thing with, I am not the biggest fan of Rush outside of the ring. Like, you know what I mean? He's obviously a very good wrestler, but, you know, if you're gonna cape for a fucking attempted murderer, an abuser, then you can go fuck yourself. Yeah, because he was there when he first got arrested, like campaigning for him to be released and stuff. It was him and Drilistico.
Yeah, we should be clear. So Rush and Drilistico were trying to rally support for
Quatero.
I was about to say, who has been found guilty of attempted femicide on Stephanie Vacca. So he's a nasty piece of work.
Yeah. And a big part of why Stephanie Vacca didn't sign
to AEW. Completely understandable in the circumstances. So that all fucking sucks. And I feel like on screen, Rush was giving it all like, I fought everybody else, like, I've earned this title shot. It's like, you haven't. You've just done a bunch of squash matches. That doesn't count.
Yeah, I really wish they'd stop with the squash matches, like, and making it seem like that means anything, because it's like, at one point, when they had, like, the rankings and stuff, it was like, beating somebody in a job match didn't hold the same weight as beating, like, somebody further up the rankings. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So, but now it's like we're just padding out people's records with job matches and then going, oh no, they're so dominant. And it was like, yeah, because you keep putting them in matches with jobbers. And I've got nothing against because it does get work for local talent. That's good. Mm-hmm. But I don't think we should put as much emphasis on that as a sign of dominance.
No, or at least let the local talent, like, actually get some offense in and actually, like, make it a proper fight.
Yeah, make it a competitive match. If you're going to do that, make it somewhat competitive rather than just having it be a 2-second, oh, I'm going to hit you in my finisher and pin you. Like, that means nothing. That means absolutely fucking nothing.
I just, can that be the end of that now? Like, there you go, Roosh, you got your match, bye, see ya.
Yeah, bye now. Bugger off now. I was going to say go back to Ring of Honor, but, like, I watch Ring of Honor and I would rather he didn't go there either.
Just go away. And then I think last week we talked about Will Ospreay showing up in a Harry Potter hoodie. Yeah. And then this week he brought back a move that's the Robinson special, named for his best mate Paul Robinson. And I'm just like, taken in isolation, none of these things seems like a big deal. But cumulatively, it's starting to make me just want to be like, I don't want to be looking at you anymore at the moment.
Yeah. It's because it's so fucking telegraphed what they're going to do. It's like I'm having to sort of try and not think about it.
Yeah.
While I'm watching the show, because it does kind of detract somewhat from my enjoyment of it. Is like, you know, because you didn't have to bring that move back. Like, you didn't have to. You know what that guy did, and you know his reputation.
The thing is, he doesn't, because he doesn't believe that he did anything wrong, because if that was the case, he wouldn't be advocating for him to be working at high profile shows in the UK.
True.
I sometimes I just wish I didn't know any of this shit and just watch the show. But at the same time, I'm like, also, I don't want people to get away with being shitbags. So what can you do? Yeah. It's a lot. It just makes it off-putting.
Like, it just, you know, it's like, it's really difficult to root for somebody who is, you know, advocating for somebody who very clearly did do something wrong, whether you want to be in denial about it or not, you know. So it's frustrating. It's really frustrating because we pretty much know how the Owen's going to go. Like, it's happening whether you like it or not.
Don't, but who knows? I'm just a bit like, I'm just over being asked to cheer for people who have done bad things. Like, I'm not on Rush's side. I'm not on Darby Allin's side. I don't want to get into like relative seriousness of offences.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh God, can I just have one uncomplicated thing, please?
Yeah. This is the thing with wrestling as well, like, because there are so many instances of that. Like, even going back a long ways away, it's like, with wrestling, a lot of the time, you have to ignore a lot of stuff that people have done in real life to be able to, like, enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's rough. It is rough. As well now, though, it does feel like, nowadays at least, like, things should be different. Things should be better. But it's like, if you are very good at your job, you tend to get away with a lot. Do you know what I mean? It's like, things will be brushed over and overlooked if the boss wants to hire you to do a thing. Like, you know, if the boss wants to put the title on you, it doesn't really matter. And it does feel a bit like, I don't know about that.
It's like, I do think, like, sometimes we've talked about this with Ospreay before, because a lot of people were very angry with him about stuff he did earlier in his career and things he said, and we've been like, but it seems like he's changed and grown, and that's good. And right now I'm like, have you though?
Yeah.
Have you though?
Yeah.
I don't know.
If you're insistent on continuing to cape for somebody who very much did do something wrong, like, whether you want to be in denial about it or not, then it's like, I seriously question your judgment. Just, you know, because it's not a fireable offence or anything like that.
Oh, no, of course not. Yeah.
You know, it's not going to stop you from getting booked, but it does make it very difficult to get behind you.
Yeah.
As a fan.
Well, most people don't seem to be having that problem.
No, they're not.
Oh, God. Anyway, moving on from bad feelings. So partway through the show, Andrade had a little squash match of his own and called out MJF. Then Don Callis popped out with Jake Doyle and said that they had a new member of the Don Callis family to welcome, and it was Kevin Knight.
I don't like it. What happened to the swerve of it all?
I don't know what happened to the swerve of it all. I'm disappointed about that.
I'm very disappointed because, like...
Oh, unless we're going to do a mirror of the Ospreay Kenny Death Riders thing, which we might be.
Maybe. I kind of hope so because, like him and Swerve starting a whole new thing on their own is far more interesting to me than yet another man in the Don Callis family. Like... I'm not, I'm just like, oh, okay, fine, sure. I guess that's happening. Like, it was just kind of anticlimactic because there was all the potential exciting things that could happen, like, with Kevin going forward. And it's like, oh no, he's just joined the Don Callis family like every heel.
It's a bit weird. Like, everybody seems to be getting absorbed into a faction one way or another.
And don't get me wrong, I do love faction warfare. But... the least interesting thing you could have done with Kevin was put him in the Don Callis family, to me. Because he's just going to get absorbed into the sort of, like, teeming mass of men that's in the Don Callis family. Like
in Don Callis's basement, yeah.
Yeah. He's doing experiments down there.
He really is. So then we got our Kevin Knight versus Speedball match, which... almost felt too soon in a way.
It did.
I kind of was like, oh, this is meatier than this. I mean, I guess maybe it's not over.
I hope it's not. I hope that there is a match between those two at Redemption next month. When they are in Montreal, I believe. Which would be a hometown show.
Redemption is when Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta team up to beat up Trent Beretta, and then Chuck Taylor comes out and they all have a hug.
Yay!
Maybe. It's not. That won't happen. Don't worry. I know it won't happen. I just wanted to think about what redemption could possibly mean that would be the best possible meaning for me personally.
We are not sipping on that Delulu lemonade yet.
Nope. Yet. No. Not yet.
But yeah, I hope it's not over. I will be, if we don't get Kevin versus Speedball at Redemption again, I am going to be quite disappointed because there's more there they could do. Like,
oh God,
going from splitting up and having a match within a week is a bit nothingy considering. Like, there's more. There's got to be more to it.
MJ, when is Redemption?
It's the day after we go to Wolverhampton.
That's what I thought. Shit. Fucking hell.
I'm going to have to get till they're off to get 3 days off.
Oh my God.
He's going to have to be off on Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Shit. I put my apologies to MJ's partner. Whoops.
Oh, he's not going to complain about getting 3 days off work. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So, fucking hell. Okay. No, but this was a good match. So I think if we don't get it again, it would be a shame because I do love it when you have that friends to enemies thing where they know all each other's moves and each other's tricks and they can anticipate one another. Like, that's the good shit. That's what we like to see in wrestling. That's the emotionally devastating stuff.
Yeah. And I think that you can do so much more with it than just going like straight from, oh, they're not friends anymore to, oh, they're having a match and then that's it. Like that seems like a waste to me. So I don't think they will do that, to be honest. I think there's more to come.
And it seemed like they were friends for realsies, so maybe they would want to continue working together. What does that mean for like things like vlogs? Like, how do you do a vlog? It means
now that Kevin isn't allowed on Speed Vlog anymore. No,
he should just get a luchador mask and just show up.
Every now and again.
I'm not Kevin, I'm someone else.
And the thing is, though, as well, like, so committed to the kayfabe that Speedball is that they won't have heels on.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
that's amazing.
The books weren't allowed on, like, until they turned face again. And then they popped up a couple of times.
Oh, Speedball. Speedball, I love you.
I love Speedball. He's the best.
I love you, Speedball. It was really weird and sort of upsetting to listen to Tunnel Talk last week, where they were talking about Kevin Knight's heel turn and how, for them, him attacking Darby cemented the heel turn and they didn't need him to attack Speedball. And we were like, no, that's totally a face move to attack Darby. But when he attacked Speedball, that's when it was
that's too
crossed
far.
the line.
You're definitely heel once you've attacked Speedball. Speedball is Amiette.
I hate it. I hate not being in alignment with my girlies. But anyway, so, God, where did we get to? So, Kevin inevitably won this match and then called out MJF because we have established that the challengers for MJF for now are Andrade, Chicken and Kevin Knight. With Roosh ticked off.
Pretty much.
And then we got Renee doing a backstage interview with Max while he was in an ice bath, which was just very funny in a very odd way. And he was saying he's not going to give Briscoe the match because, of course, that's what he would say.
Yeah. I do find it interesting that the other two technically are heels in the Don Callis family going after MJF because MJF is it seems like paying Don Callis to keep his guys away from him.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So like,
well,
how's that going to
work? When Andrade was calling out MJF, Don Callis was a bit like, yeah, we'll talk about it, kind of thing, like kind of putting him off. So yeah, I hadn't thought about that element of it. Interesting. Don Callis is so across every single fucking thing that you're like. And what does this mean? So in that main event of Dynamite, which was Ospreay versus Mark Davis, which was another one of former friends fighting and anticipating one another and all of that good stuff.
So many near falls in this match.
Oh,
it was crazy.
Yeah. Putting aside the icky feelings about Ospreay for a moment, like, I loved how, like, a year ago, maybe, it wouldn't have sounded like this would be a particularly competitive match because Ospreay was, like, way up there and Mark Davis kind of wasn't after all the injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But they've built him up to be such a fucking monster that it was like, oh, God, like, maybe Ospreay's going to lose.
Well, there was the element of, like, not knowing with this match because it was, like, because I think I said, like, it was a bit towards the end and I ended up being completely wrong. I was like, wouldn't it be wild if Ospreay went out now? Like,
it would. Yeah.
It would be crazy. But no, obviously that wasn't going to happen. But I was like, but I like that they made me wonder so it didn't necessarily feel like it was an inevitability. I shouldn't have said that word.
No, yeah, no, I can't say it. Inevitability. Yeah, so after the ref took a bump and got knocked out, everything descended into gang warfare.
Just chaos.
So first of all, Trent came out in his Miami Vice lovely pink vest and white trousers with El Clon to attack Ospreay, which is also a wild thing to do because your tag partner is Rocky Romero. I don't understand why Rocky is showing up with Lance and you're showing up with El Clone. What's happening? But
well, there might be ructions there because, like, Rocky betrayed Trent and tried sending Cope after Trent when they were beating him up a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
so maybe Trent's mad at Rocky.
Maybe. I would like to see it though. Like,
yes,
show me. Yeah. Anyway, Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia came out to defend Ospreay because he's a Death Rider. Lance Archer came out to take both of them out. Then Claudio came out to get him. Brian Cage popped up. Pac popped up. Jake Doyle came out to hit Will Ospreay. Marina Shafir got into the fray. Mox turned up. It was all just, clusterfuck.
Big old clusterfuck.
Chaos reigns. Eventually, all of the extra Don Callis family and Death Riders people sort of brawled their way out again in time for evil Kyle Fletcher to show up with his screwdriver.
evil Kyle with his neon yellow screwdriver, so we know whose screwdriver it is. Little shit.
There are such weird little things that is like, yeah, of course it's the neon screwdriver of doom. Love it. Love that.
Thing is, that was when I genuinely thought maybe Will was going to lose. I was like, he might actually get stabbed in the head with a screwdriver here.
Absolutely. And also, like, I was just having a moment of joy for having Kyle Fletcher, Mark Davis and Will Ospreay all in the ring together.
Yeah.
Because that's always nice. So then Takeshita turned up to get rid of Kyle, and Will did a hidden blade to knock the screwdriver out of Davis's hand, which was wicked. I did enjoy that.
That was very cool, yeah.
And then the thing that I think I moaned about last week was that Will Ospreay did win with a Death Rider move with his new Death Ground, as he should. Like, why are you bringing back fucking Robinson specials when you should be doing your new Death Rider submission moves?
Yeah.
Anyway, but he won being a Death Rider. I was a little bit surprised that none of the conglomeration showed up, but Takeshita is technically a conglomerator now, so they kind of did.
Yeah, because he's got his own backpack. He's got the backpack. Yeah. It's very important. He's a conglomerator now.
It's so important to have a backpack. But is this where we're going for blood and guts, do we think?
It kind of feels like it, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah. Death Riders versus Don Callis family, probably, I imagine.
I would really like it if we could get the conglomeration in there. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, maybe...
There might just be too many people.
Maybe a three-way blood and guts.
Maybe. But there is this weird thing of, like, the conglomeration and the Death Riders keep being on the same side.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just going to have, like, a kind of... a sort of a combo of Death Riders and conglomerators versus...
They really could.
Because they could easily do that as well. Like...
Yeah.
I reckon, like, split it down the middle. So they have, like, Death Riders and the conglomeration on one side and Don Callis family on the other. Because Don Callis family's got more than enough men.
It's got infinity men. We just need Yuta, Orange Cassidy and Trent Barretta in a cage. Look, the vision. And then Chuck Taylor comes out from under the ring with a chainsaw. Right.
Yes, brilliant.
Fixed.
Sorted that.
Sorted. You're welcome. Oh, this is the most Chuck Taylor booking we've done in a while, and it's all completely...
it's pie in the sky, but...
The level of belief that it could ever happen has definitely changed, in that there is none now.
Aww.
Anyway.
But you never know.
I think we know, unfortunately.
Oh.
Sad times. But happy times is that TayJay, fucking hell. I noticed Tony Schiavone struggling with this one as well. Ty Mello and Anna Jay. I
wish we could just call them TayJay for the purposes of tag team.
It's so annoying. TayJay. They survived 5 with the tallest women alive. In fact, nearly won. They nearly won because Anna had the Queenslayer locked in on Megan Bain when the time elapsed, and potentially she could have won. Maybe. So that is happening this weekend. So that's another one that feels like it's kind of zoomed up. Like, okay, qualified. Now you're going to get the match.
Yeah, I mean, because I thought they were going to do that match at Double or Nothing instead of like a squash, but then, well, no, it wasn't a squash, was it? They
no, it was a 4 minutes 45 seconds.
Yeah. So it wasn't really a squash, but I thought they would maybe do it at Double or Nothing, but I guess maybe they wanted to, because TayJay hadn't had any matches for ages, so they kind of needed to
so bring them back
couple...
in for a pop first, and then.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the good thing about the Darby Allin winning the title match, that I still think would have been better if it had been a proper match and not just 2 minutes, but it did prove that the title can change, like the show after a pay-per-view, and it could just be any time. You could be completely not expecting a title change. So,
which is good, because I never liked it when, like, WWE turned into like pay-per-views every month, and it became sort of like the weekly shows were just a means to an end. Like, it was just about getting to the next pay-per-view rather than having anything significant happen on the TV. So I hope they don't go that route, because it just makes it so that you might as well only watch the pay-per-views and not bother with the weeklies, because...
Yeah, I guess it's a difficult balance.
I don't think you can do, everyone's got a shot of winning a title every week on the TV, but I think you have to still keep that possibility there. Because otherwise it does make the weekly shows just feel like a means to an end after a while, especially when you've got a pay-per-view every month.
Yeah, and unfortunately I do feel like the women's tag belts are definitely ones that could change hands without too much build-up, because that's how much respect we put on that. But I would like to see TayJay have those belts. So I don't know how I feel. But yeah, I kept trying to like book it, being like, surely they'll do it on a pay-per-view, and it's like, no, they're just doing it on Collision. It's fine.
Or if they it's fine. If they lose there's no sort of necessarily thing to say that the match won't happen again. Do you know what I mean? And
That's
they
true.
might beat him again. So,
Yeah, could be a time limit draw, could be a disqualification, could be anything.
You never know.
You never know. But I like seeing TayJay, so that's good.
Yes,
I like
and I am assuming that because they're getting like involved in the title picture again, that they've re-signed. I don't know whether
you'd hope so, wouldn't you?
I don't know if Tay needed to re-sign, but I know Anna Jay her contract was coming up like last month or the month before or something. So like, I'm pretty sure that means she's re-signed, which is great because I really like Anna and I didn't want her to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Okay, well, I've put a lot of stuff under happy things, which is nice. It's a nice problem to have.
It's a lovely problem to have.
Yeah. Ciampa doing his big old list of 1004 reasons to hate Chris Jericho. I liked. I was like, I'm sure that this is a reference to something, but also, even without knowing that, it is pretty delightful.
Mm-hmm. It was very funny. He keeps calling back to old Jericho bits, which is very funny because like this happened first when Jericho was in WCW, I believe. And he had a big long list of reasons why he hated. Was it Dean Malenko? It may have been Dean Malenko. I don't know. But he had a big long list. So Ciampa had a big long list. And then when he did a promo on Dynamite this week, he called him a stupid idiot, which is a Jericho thing that he says quite often. Or has in the past. So
Chris Jericho has been around so long and had so many gimmicks that literally anything could be a Chris Jerichoism.
Yeah. Ciampa's got a very deep well to pull from with that. Like, there's so many more things he could pull out yet. But yeah, it's very funny. I really like Ciampa. He has banger matches and he's very, very funny. And I think he's secretly a silly little guy, which I enjoy. So, yeah.
And he kisses everyone.
So, yeah, Ciampa's basically the perfect wrestler.
Yeah. So, yeah, my other thing is that I love David Finlay now. I previously had said that I was in the market to love David Finlay because of David Finlay and his shillelagh. Then the dogs interrupted Cope and Christian's 5-second pose last week. And then this week they did 5-second brews and 5-second kazoos, and that was where I went, no, I love you. I love you so much. Why are you so dumb? This is fucking incredible.
They're so stupid. And Clark didn't know what a kazoo was. Was it Clark who didn't know what a kazoo was?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, just... Also, like, it doesn't rhyme.
No.
It's like... I don't know if your accent can make that rhyme, but it doesn't rhyme. But that's fine. You do what you like. You're delightful. Then the Young Bucks turned up, and that was also delightful. I was just happy. I was like, look at these silly little guys, and they're being joined by the other silliest little guys we have. Perfect.
Yeah,
Nick Jackson has recently discovered that what the dog doing meme and is just not letting it drop.
Yeah, because he said it and then looked at the camera and winked, which...
he's obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with him, so that's fine. I think it was Matt that called Clark Connors Timu Hangman.
Yeah,
which I sort of object to on principle because I hate it when people call anybody Timu anything. But sure. And that was also the second Hangman reference of the night, because Max, when he came out for his match, got Justin Roberts to say a bunch of stuff that included talking about how he killed the hometown hero because they were in Virginia.
Yeah. I am thoroughly glad I didn't put my clown face paint on for this one. Going, oh, they're in Virginia. Maybe Hangman will come back. I'm like, no, he's not. He's not going to.
I hate to say this to you, but I feel like it's not been long enough. I feel like
I don't think he's coming back for a while, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we don't know, but there's a bit of a, is he on paternity leave? Is he doing something? I don't know. I feel like it might be a little while. Sadly.
Yeah. We'll see him when we see him. I that's the thing is, every time they're in Virginia, there's this sort of swell of people going, oh, is Hangman going to come back? And like, no, he's not. No, he's not coming back.
I actually can't remember what, if anything, we've been told, but it does feel like he's got a little bit of time off, which is fair enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. He was working his ass. I think it pretty much through the Swerve feud and onwards, he's kind of not had a break. So if he's gonna be away for a bit, he take all the time he needs, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? We'll see him when we see him, kind of thing. But they do keep throwing references in. Yeah,
they do. And much like we pop to hear Chuck Taylor's name, we enjoy to hear Hangman exists.
Yeah, it's nice knowing he hasn't been forgotten about by at least some people on the show. So that's cool.
Yeah. And then the final thing that was a happy thing was that Excalibur signed off the show with a "Fix Your Hearts or Die."
Wonderful. I pop for that as somebody who obviously supports the trans community and also a big Twin Peaks fan. I was delighted by it. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
That and Leo with his brolly, I think, were my biggest sources of joy this week.
Yeah. And both sort of Pride Month related, maybe sort of, kind of, if you stretch.
Sort of, kind of, if you squint, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just happy Pride, everyone. Here we are.
Hooray!
Hey!
What a good note to end on.
Yeah.
I think apart from the interview with Andy, this is the first episode we've done in June, I think. So yeah. Happy Pride, everybody.
I mean, I feel like that Andy interview existed fully outside the timeline.
Yeah.
I was playing with do I brand it? Do we have a waffle iron style serious interview? And then I was like, I can't. It's just a thing. It's just a conversation. It is what it is. So yeah, that's out. Listen to that, please. I was very stressed about it. Please listen to it.
You have no idea the amount of stressing that this interview had before the interview.
So much stress.
And then in the end it was fine.
And then it was fine. Although we didn't pester him to give us free Women's Grand Prix tickets, which we definitely should have. So we're like, can we have a box? There's not a box, but can you just build one for us?
Yeah, just build a single box in the middle of the aisle just for us to sit in.
Yeah. So
just made from it like the Queen.
Can we arrive in when was it a boat that the Young Bucks did when they were being the founding fathers? Can we do that? Oh God, we're just going to come in on a float.
It go up and down.
No, we're going to come in on. It's going to be like a float style situation, but instead of a boat, it's going to be like a Barbie dream car.
Yes, that's the plan.
Right. Great. Off to figure that one out. So we will be back with you next Saturday. If you enjoyed this episode, please do rate, review, subscribe, leave comments. If you're on YouTube, please especially rate, review, leave comments, subscribe, smash that subscribe button and that notifications button and all the buttons, please. It helps a lot.
Buttons.
Press it. Look, everyone likes pressing buttons, so just press them. Thank you. You can follow us on Blue Sky, wafflybollocks.bsky.social, awfullywaffly.bsky.social, and rassletrash.bsky.social. You can email us wafflybollocks@gmail.com, and you can get Silly Graps t-shirts, mugs, hoodies, and hockey jerseys from co-fi.com/rassletrash/shop. And you can also pay MJ money to draw things for you, and I think you should do that. So do that.
Yes, and in the shop, if you use the code BSkyBaby, you can get 10% off at the checkout.
I don't think you get a discount on commissions, though. You've got to pay full whack for that.
I think
All right,
so.
see you next time. Bye.
Fix your heart today. Love you, bye.